known for its eerie swamps and haunting depths.
Oh my god! That's a big gator, buddy!
Louisiana is a treasure trove for oddities.
Oh my god, what the is happening? What is that? What is that?
From finding mysterious animal remains, unusual plants to stumbling over terrifying creatures. Hang on to watch the strange discoveries made in these infamous wetlands that shocked everyone.
Did you see that? What is this?
As we all know that snakes move over their bellies, but this one girl encountered a creature that seemed to be a snake, gliding along effortlessly in water, that too, with its head crooked out. This creature seemed to be holding something in its mouth. The girl recorded the video and posted it on the internet. People speculated that it might be a snake trying to hunt down insects, but they were still puzzled. However, the natives of the area later revealed that it was a bird named Onhinga, with a curved neck called snakebird. But still, the viewers were half right about the creature. It was somehow a snake. Mermaid Skeleton.
What the hell? What is that, Mom?
This boy, while walking by a pond with his mother, spotted some bones hidden under a rock near the water's edge. Curious, he lifted the rock and was shocked to see what looked like a tiny mermaid skeleton submerged in the water, covered in leaves and dirt. In surprise, he quickly tossed it back into the water.
Oh my god, what the is happening? What is that? What is that?
Calling his mother, they both stood there in stunned silence, staring at the lifeless figure beneath the surface. Eyeless critter. A forest officer was on duty when he came across something that made his heart race. A massive creature lay before him, with a rock-like body, but the head and sharp, pointy teeth were unlike anything he had ever seen. Strangely, it had no eyes and seemed to sense movement through sound. It's because it only reacted when the guy poked its head with a stick. I must say the reaction was disappointing, as it just quickly vanished into the bushes, leaving him with the unsettling thought that he might have just encountered a rock monster. Strange water creature. While on their daily routine in China, fishermen came across something resembling a crocodile. However, the creature had few features, making it more frightening. Strangely, it floated there without causing harm. Was it seeking help, or simply being friendly? The encounter left the fishermen puzzled, and the answer remains unclear. So I leave it to you to decide what it really was. Creepy Carcass. Some friends were exploring woods near a mansion when they found something that blew their minds. They saw a creepy carcass of an entity that seemed to be like a bat, but it had 2 legs, and its head was unusual. It had big ears, and its eyes were mysteriously open. They found it quite shocking that this creature's body was not very old, but it got distorted as if it got hit by something. However, scared by the terrifying discovery, they left the eerie site. Creepy tick. Wetlands aren't just about strange plants or empty spaces. They can be full of odd creatures too. In this clip, a father and his son were playing when they spotted something truly strange. A giant, pink, slimy tick lying on the ground. At first, it might look like a big insect, but ticks are actually arachnids, like spiders and scorpions, with 4 pairs of legs and no antennae. Now picture one with a human-like body. Creepy, right? This oversized tick seemed to be lying there as if waiting for an insect to wander by, ready to trap its next meal. The video went viral, with viewers guessing it could be a newly discovered type of tick, hidden until now. Makes you wonder what else could be lurking out there. Real-life Gollum. A guy was exploring a forest when he saw something unbelievable, so he had to take out his camera to record. He saw a creature with a grayish, slimy appearance, with its body hunched over and crooked. It was moving across the palm oil plantation in search of some food, perhaps, or maybe it just wanted to disappear from human sight. Man who recorded it claimed it was a Gollum, a mythical creature that is believed to live in jungles. However, netizens and viewers were shocked to find out that such mythical creatures do actually exist and are not just a part of tales. Unknown creature. Some professionals were exploring murky waters when they saw something very unusual in Oxbow Lake. They noticed an eerie figure coming out of the murky water, which was small at first, but gradually it started looking bigger. Its features were not very clear, but it seemed like the head of a giant anaconda trying to look upward. But before the team could manage to investigate it further, the strange creature went back into the water where it came from, leaving the viewers shocked. Wrong catch. A father took his son fishing at a lake in a kayak, not knowing it was the wrong spot to do so.
Oh my God! That's a big gator, buddy.
While fishing, he felt something heavy on his line. As he pulled it in, he realized he had caught an alligator.
That is a big gator. Oh.
With its mouth wide open, he panicked and quickly dropped the rod and paddled away as fast as possible. The alligator, as if only wanting to scare them, disappeared back into the water.
That was a big... You see it? Oh my God. Holy cow!
After that, the father decided fishing there wasn't a good idea anymore.
Holy cow, dude, it's right by me!
River giant. Deep within Brazil's Amazonian waters, a scuba diver was exploring the mysterious life underwater. As he swam through the water, he saw a 33-foot giant anaconda gliding effortlessly in water. It had black and brown patterned body. As he moved forward to observe it closely, it turned its head around towards the diver, and both locked their eyes. He tried to remain calm and left the giant alone as soon as he got a chance. Ever thought of encountering such a giant anaconda is itself intimidating. What would you do if you ever encountered such a giant? Chase. Three friends were fishing at a pond when they had a surprising encounter with some mysterious underwater creature. They were peacefully fishing when suddenly their boat got a tug by a great force that shook them off. The guys immediately stood up to see what was that, but it was underwater and was not quite visible. They thought that it was a hippo that shook their boat with great force, as moving an aluminum boat requires great force. This was indeed an unbelievable encounter. Strange creature. In 2018, some locals from Brazil were seen exploring the woods when they came across a bizarre creature. Despite having lived in the area their entire lives, they were shocked and frightened by what they found. A few quickly gathered to investigate the mysterious being, fueling rumors of chupacabras lurking nearby. Farmers in the region became increasingly worried about the safety of their cattle. While no one could identify the creature, some netizens assumed that it might be a mutated calf. However, scared by the terrifying discovery, they quickly decided to remove the bizarre anomaly from their village. Swamp creature. A man, while observing the ponds in Louisiana, was crossing a bridge when he came across an unusual being. He saw an eerie creature looking upwards. It had jaws and a mouth, and its head shaped like that of a whale. Some locals said that this creature has been living here for some years and has been spotted in different swamps. Can this be some sort of mythical creature moving around to different places in Louisiana? What do you think? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Ice monster.
Sighting in Alaska has a lot of people scratching their heads this morning. Take a look.
In Alaska, the Bureau of Land and Water Management had some strange sightings that left viewers shocked. They saw a long creature moving under the surface of the water, taking curves and turns. The experts thought it to be some sort of a giant serpent that is hidden under the water surface, but no one has ever encountered such a giant. Some viewers also guessed it to be some sort of plant material covered in ice, but the actual identity is still unknown. What do you guys think about this creature? Icelandic river monster. Islands and rivers of Louisiana have always been home to some mysterious and bizarre creatures that leave people shocked. Just like in this video, another such creature was seen when some journalists were recording a river. They saw something moving underwater. It seemed to be a giant snake that was moving halfway underwater. But the strange thing is that the color of this creature was unusual. It was more like a white and gray. So, if you know what this creature was, drop a comment, because I am quite curious about this. Swamp monster. Imagine strolling along the outskirts of wetlands when you encounter something unexplainable. In this video, some friends were on a day out to explore when they witnessed a strange creature moving over its belly. This creature seemed to be a hybrid of salamander and seal that was crawling over its belly, and later it swam into the water. This creature shocked those friends and the viewers about its identity, as such a strange creature has never been seen before. This video shows that Louisiana is a place for many such creatures that are hidden from human eyes. Swamp surprise. A father was filming his kid floating in a tube on the water when his camera captured something surprising. As he adjusted the view, he noticed a strange figure in the middle of the stream, partially submerged. It was covered in grassy hair and busy with something in the water. As the child floated past, the creature glanced directly at him, causing the boy to stumble in the water. Yet fortunately, he remained safe. The figure then quietly got back into the stream, leaving the boy a bit shaken by the unexpected encounter. Later, it was revealed that this was just a grown-up man wearing a scary costume to prank that kid. What a silly prank. I guess I need to buy a costume too. Uninvited guest.
Jesus Christ! Look how big it is!
Some friends went to a picnic at Texas State Park and were enjoying swimming in a lake when their fun was ruined by an uninvited guest. Keep in mind that this place was a safe zone. They were swimming in water when they saw something moving under the surface of water, coming right towards them. Then ran out of water quickly, and later that creature revealed its identity.
David from Houston sharing this video with us tonight. You can see that big gator very close to people swimming at the park, screaming as they run to get out of the water.
It was a giant alligator that was approaching them. Maybe it wanted to join their party as an uninvited guest, or wanted them as its meal.
Maybe I need to help. Look how big it is!
Ghost orchids. Some researchers in the forest went to conduct a study on the rarest of bloom, the ghost orchid. As they navigated through tangled waterways, they saw these tiny structures on the knees of cypress plants. Amidst the enormity of the cypress plant, these tiny structures held its identity. These tiny plants have a relationship with cypress plants, in which they take nutrients from the plant. The researchers studied that these plants require 15 to 20 years to grow a flower that will be able to catch the prey. This indicates a healthy, balanced ecosystem. The team was in awe of this plant's condition, and they were determined to protect this condition. Manshack Swamp. Louisiana's swamps are a world of wonders, and are also known to be haunted as people have encountered spirits here and there. But this one swamp, Manshack Swamp, stands out for its haunting atmosphere. This swamp is known as the spookiest place in the state. It has a versatile collection of winding waterways and abundant wildlife. This swamp once served as a home for Native American settlements, and it has stories of people's disappearance and unsolved mysteries. It is a garden of beauty with Mongolian and other flowers blooming around. Manshack Swamp serve as a place full of history, discovery, and natural beauty. The Pea Farm. Another interesting place in the Louisiana countryside is Shreveport's Old Penal Farm, where history meets mystery. This farm was established in 1914 and is known as one of the most haunted places in Louisiana. It operated for almost 60 years until its closure in 1977. It has a watchtower that reminds us of the strict surveillance and control over life here. Rumors were circulating there that this place was a mass burial site. While all of these rumors are strange, it's important to remember the historical significance of this farm. It serves as a powerful reminder to Louisiana's dynamic history. Sinkholes in swamps. In the swamps of Louisiana, a hidden fear lies beneath the water, known as the sinkholes. These holes are getting bigger and can swallow up tall trees, wells, and everything they find close. They form when old sediments in the ground compact, causing the soil to collapse. Several videos show trees and wells disappearing into these sinkholes. One video even shows two boys in a boat almost getting caught by one.
Cypress!
But they escaped just in time. Scientists are working hard to find ways to stop this growing problem. Coral snake. A wildlife enthusiast went to explore the swamps of Louisiana, eager to spot one of the most venomous coral snake. As he made his way through the swamp, he saw the red, yellow, black striped snake. This snake was 3 feet long, so the guy managed to get a good angle of this snake and grabbed it. Out of the 3 species of coral snake, this was one of the biggest.
Look at that. Oh my god, my heart is going a million miles a minute.
The crazy fact about this snake was that it looks so calm, so no one can have an idea how cunning this snake can be. Luckily, this guy left the snake undisturbed and continued his adventure. Fishing spiders. Have you ever seen a fishing spider? A waterborne hunter with a body built for aquatic exploits? A man spotted a fishing spider in water that had an elongated body for perfect balancing in water. Fishing spider skates on the surface with the help of its 8 legs, tipped with tiny claws. It can detect the vibrations by movement of insects in water by testing it. It catches its prey in its claws. This video captured the close-up of this expert water dweller that has evolved itself to thrive in aquatic environments. Bald eagle nests. Deep in the heart of Louisiana's lush aquatic landscape, a man found a bald eagle's nest during his tour to swamp. As the man sailed through the cypress trees and murky waters, he came across almost 30 to 50 bald eagles and their nests. This majestic creature had white head, tail, feathers, and sharp talons. This video shows a close-up of this eagle's nest, weighing 2,000 pounds, which is the demonstration of its incredible engineering skills. The man leaves Louisiana with the stunning influence of this place on his mind, that Louisiana wetlands are heavens for these regal creatures. Swamp rodents. Nutria, a semi-aquatic rodent, which was native to South America, has overrun the Louisiana Westland. This reporter shows these rodents and describes the reason for their migration to the state. These rodents were initially brought here to the fur farms to cultivate fur, but later on, few rodents escaped and started thriving in the wild, which resulted in their rapid growth. It has resulted in destabilizing the ecosystem as they have a voracious appetite for vegetation. The state is now paying $6 for every rodent. And this man left the place with the thought that how unchecked the reign of this creature has reshaped the fragile ecosystem. Eastern screech owl. A reporter once stepped into the misty depths of Louisiana's forest when he spotted an eastern screech owl. With its big, shiny eyes, it glazed back at the reporter. The bird's soft gray-brown feathers blended perfectly into its surroundings. It can easily camouflage amongst the trees. It seemed to have sharp vision and instinct to any movement around it. Later, he found out that this owl can pinpoint its prey in complete darkness. The astonishing secrets of this small creature left the reporter spellbound as he bid farewell to this tiny ninja. Cypress trees. Deep within Louisiana rivers, an adventurer went on a journey to uncover the secrets of impressive cypress trees. As he paddled through the murky waters, he saw the knotted trunks of the tree going up high in the sky. He found out that these trees were standing tall due to their impressive root system. Cypress trees stand tall on a single root beneath the surface. Most interesting part of this tree is their breathing system. Hypotheses have said that the small knee-like structures along the trees are responsible for helping them get oxygen, but the actual purpose of these structures is unsure. He left the realm of an eerie beauty with a sense of awe, amazed by the interesting facts about this tree. Spanish moss.
Perhaps the best-kept secret of the Low Country.
A wildlife journalist ventured into the Louisiana's island swamp to reveal the hidden truths of Spanish moss. She saw the tendrils of Spanish moss cascading from the branches above. Interesting fact about this plant is that it only needs trees to reside on for structures. It gets everything else needed for its survival through air. She witnessed that unlike other mosses, this moss grows tiny flowers but are hard to find. These flowers are wind-pollinated. That's why this plant is called air moss. The relationship of this plant with air and trees thrives amidst swamp's timeless beauty. Sunken boats. Normally, when on sea ventures, people encounter sunken ships. But this man on his adventure to the Western Hemisphere encountered hundreds of sunken ships, one after the other, making an intricate array of reefs in the river. These ships were made during the World War to help them win the war and were the technology of the day. But later on, these ships were intentionally sunken here. These ships come on the surface of water by tidal influence here. These were the epitome of craftsmen at that time. This man had a great experience by learning history and some interesting facts. Floating marsh islands. Have you ever heard of man's most elusive creations, floating islands? These wonders are one of the hidden treasures on our planet. On the coast of Yuma in Louisiana, efforts were made to provide habitat for the birds and other creatures that had been homeless due to the loss of diverse habitat. Interesting fact about these islands is that they are built off by plastics in the form of mats that are then floated on the surface of water. Such floating islands are also available at some other places, islands of Al-Talha, that have been made on a stack of dried leaves. These islands are one way to protect the planet's unique beauty and a way of recycling. Old logging equipment. Another strange thing that is often found in wetlands are abandoned lodging equipment. Near Huascan Lake, someone discovered an old logging machine that stood still in the mud. There was a faded sign on that machine that said, Tap Brothers Loggings. It was later found out that this machine got stuck there back in March 2014 due to heavy rainfall. At another place in Louisiana's swamp, 2 skidders, a shear, and a dozer were also found stuck. The hydraulics team was called to rescue, but ended up having to bring the track hoe in it. Some other logging equipment is also found stuck in swamps at some other places in Louisiana, which shows us human work becoming history. Mysterious bubbles. A strange and baffling phenomenon in Louisiana's wetlands has intrigued locals and scientists. They saw massive, shiny bubbles rising from the swamp, as if the swamp itself was breathing. Later on, this phenomena was witnessed in many other places where different sizes of bubbles mysteriously emerged from the swamp.
Reported on May 30th a pipeline leak bubbling that's in Bayou Corn.
Scientists examined and said that it appeared to be made of methane gas. Some speculated that natural gas reserves beneath the swamp can be the source of these mysterious bubbles, or it can be decaying plants in swamp releasing gases. But the actual source remained unknown. Crayfish burrows. Some experts were searching through the swamps in Louisiana when they found a hidden world of complex tunnels and chambers. These chambers belong to crayfish that are also known as crawdads. This fish constructs elaborate burrows on the land near swamps that shelter them from predators. They create a complex network of 6 feet deep burrows. One of the most intriguing features of crayfish burrows is that they help in the engineering ecosystem, maintaining water quality. These tiny creatures remind us of the beauty and complexity hidden beneath the surface. Migratory birds. Every year, millions of birds migrate from Eurasia to Sahelian West Africa through the Mediterranean flyway. These birds are mostly found around the wetlands of Louisiana, and there are some interesting reasons that describe why and how these birds migrate, covering thousands of miles. These birds migrate to escape winters and find food in West Africa. Stars and Earth's magnetic field navigate them. They fly in flocks to protect themselves. Most of these birds have incredible structural elements that help them migrate, as few are light in weight and some have larger kidneys to excrete excess salt. As the dawn breaks, these flocks vanish into the Sahelian skies, continuing their journey to the next stop. Invasive giant Salvinia. Plants are beneficial for the ecosystem, but do you know the effects of the wrong plants in the wrong place can have severe effects on the entire ecosystem? Louisiana is also dealing with a similar problem due to the plant called giant Salvinia. It has been spreading rapidly all over the wetlands. This invasive fern forms mats that block sunlight, which decreases oxygen from water, eventually affecting aquatic life. To solve this problem, scientists remove many Salvinia weevils to deal with this invasive aquatic plant.
You have to transport the entire plant infested with weevils. That way you get the adult, the immature, and the egg all at one time.
The scientists said that they have been trying every way to control the growth of this invasive plant species. Derelict crab traps. One of the major problems that Mississippi's water bodies are facing are derelict crab traps. These are the crab traps that lost their connections and are not recovered then. These have a major drastic effect on habitat under the water, as it also traps other fish and marine life. These abandoned metallic traps result in the loss of marine life. Some marine waste removal volunteers tried to remove these traps, and they have made significant achievements in making the environment better for all. Magnolia grandiflora. Magnolia grandiflora, also known as southern magnolia, is native to Louisiana. Some botanists observed and researched this plant and stated some interesting facts about this. These evergreen trees, growing up to 100 feet tall, are found in coastal regions and swamps, as they require more water than a normal plant. It has large, glossy, white flowers that help in pollination and are aesthetically pleasing. It has a sweet fragrance, as well as it is used for medicinal purposes. This plant is a symbol of resilience, and its mesmerizing beauty reminds us to admire and protect their habitat. Nature's work. Two nature lovers were observing the serene pond life when they encountered a strange and unimaginable event. They saw some shadow under the water surface, and suddenly, in a split second, peace turned into panic.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out.
An alligator burst out from the water with its jaws wide open and charged a bird and grabbed it in its mouth. Then the alligator went back to the water, leaving both of them speechless. It was a glimpse into the wildlife of the swamps and marshlands. Chupacabra. Some explorers went to Cuba in search of the legendary Chupacabra. They followed some trails of clues that led them to the Capitol building in Havana. They saw the remains of this mysterious creature that resembled a mixture of dog and a reptile, or maybe a dragon. It was spiky and had reptilian skin. The locals there told them that this creature was caught and knocked out during a carnival outside the city. Though the search for this creature has been carried out for decades, these remains are proof of the existence of this creature. Chased by alligator. Some researchers were documenting marine ecosystems in Pearl River in Louisiana when they had a crazy interaction with an alligator. As they were sailing through the river, an alligator started chasing their boat. As this was a funny and scary event, they captured its video and uploaded it on the internet. People mentioned different reasons for this chase. Some said that the gator was waiting for the right moment to get on the boat, while others said that it was asking for food. But the actual motive of the alligator was unknown, as it soon retreated. Mysterious creature. A person was filming near a pond when he caught a sight of something moving underwater. It was a shadow of some giant creature just beneath the surface of water. As he zoomed in his camera to see what it was, it came out to the surface, but was still only visible on the surface, and proper features or shape of this creature was still hidden. Locals there told some myths about this creature that it has been spotted several times. This video sparked curiosity and left the netizens with more questions than answers. Alleged werewolf. A group of researchers exploring a dry, barren area of a forest found something truly shocking. They discovered the carcass of a strange wolf-like creature on the ground. It had a huge, wide jaw, and the entire body was strangely deteriorating. The team speculated that these could be werewolf carcasses, possibly deceived for weeks. However, when the video was posted online, it only raised more questions. People were stunned to find a legendary creature in real life. The subscribers pick. While conducting research, a group of marine biologists came across a bizarre sight when a strange creature was floating on the surface of the water, basking in the sunlight, upside down. Curious, they recorded a video, sparking a range of reactions. Some viewers guessed it might be a new species of fish, while others guessed it was a deformed swamp rat, known for its semi-aquatic habitats and diving for food. What do you think it could be? Have you ever seen such a creature? Drop a comment below. See you next time!